Hi, I'm Harold Munro, Editor-in-Chief of the Vancouver Sun and Province, and I'm with Vancouver Sun columnist Daphne Bramham on Election Day. And we're going to talk about Vancouver Island. What do you think is going to go on in Victoria, Daphne?
Well, Victoria is a very interesting race. I mean, it started really this summer with a big blow up with Lisa Helps decided with only a few people after a small coalition of people, including First Nations leaders, they decided to move Sir John A. Macdonald's statue out from in front of City Hall. It was done quickly. It was done by a vote of council on a Thursday night, and by Saturday morning at 6:30 the statue was gone. And so there's been a huge debate over whether this is right. Obviously, it's tied up in Truth and Reconciliation. John A. Macdonald, the founding father of Canada, was involved with the residential schools. But a lot of people weren't upset so much with the fact that his statue was removed. It's the process that they were upset with. And then on top of that, they've had some real problems in Victoria with their police chiefs. Yes. Recently, their police chief...
Several police chiefs.
Police chiefs. And most recently, there was a report issued just several weeks ago that found that Lisa Helps had really done a bad job of investigating, that she had really fumbled this whole issue of whether the police chief should be fired, whether he should be disciplined, and so on. And so that's really given, it's given some impetus to people to really take her on. And she went into this race, I think, with a good chance of being re-elected, and now I understand that she's in a bit of trouble. Wow. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Right. The other place, of course, we'll be watching on the island is Nanaimo, where the local MLA, Leonard Krogh, is seeking the nomination. And of course, the significance there is not so much him becoming mayor, is the fact that he'll be vacating his seat and triggering a by-election. And when you've got the balance of power in Victoria, provincial politics so tenuous, it could swing it over to the Liberals if the Liberals were to win that seat. It's historically a safe seat, though, for the New Democrats.
It's a very safe seat for the New Democrats. Its history, of course, is with coal mines and unions, and it's got a very colorful labor history, so it is a safe seat, but it still does put at risk that very, very slim hold that the New Democrats have on government.
By-elections can be unpredictable.
Absolutely, absolutely. But, you know, what's interesting about the Nanaimo race, too, is they've just had so many problems in that city. They've had so much dysfunction on that council that Leonard Krogh says that people begged him to run because somebody needed to clean it up. And it looks like they're going to have a clean sweep in Nanaimo, that there will not be any incumbents who are re-elected, because it really has been such a mess there. And it's funny, you know, every year every election cycle, there seem to be one or two municipalities that really have had these dysfunctional boards. I mean, we've seen the same thing in the North Vancouver School District. I mean, it's really been dysfunctional as well. And so anyway, I think we will see a clean sweep in Nanaimo, but interesting in terms of Leonard Krogh and what happens after that. And I think we should be watching for Victoria to see what happens to Lisa Helps.
I just wonder how many Liberals were out campaigning for Leonard Krogh in Nanaimo to get him elected.
You got to wonder.
Right. All right.
Or how many Greens.
Yes. All right. So we'll be watching Vancouver Island with interest as well tonight.